don't know what to tell you guys right now, but Xbox is in some really deep shit right now. I'll tell you what. This is going to be a different video than what I normally do. I cover a lot of Battlefield 6 and Battlefield in general. But this time I wanted to go off the charts a little bit on my channel and kind of talk about something a little crucial. One reason why I want to talk about this is Xbox has kind of been something I've grew up with. I grew up first on PlayStation, but later grew into Xbox because I had a lot more people, a lot more friends towards that direction. So I moved towards there. Here I've been on PC since 2020, 2021, and haven't looked back since. So let's talk about what has been going on with Xbox. Microsoft and Xbox has just been in a crisis lately. Without further ado, let's read an article and then perhaps go further into what the leading factors are onto why Microsoft and Xbox are on a collapse more than ever. They've always been on a downward spiral since Xbox One came out, but not to these extremes. Let's have a look here. So John Carmack, the co-founder of id Software that develops the Doom games, spoke about this devastating Xbox layoff that's been going on. This is the worst it's ever been. There's been a lot of layoffs in the gaming industry, but this is to a scale where there's probably no return for Xbox. So without further ado, let's follow up on what he had to say. So he's quoting this, a bloodbath of layoffs at his former studio, id Software especially, following Xbox's devastating restructuring. The choice of words here are very compelling. It raises an eyebrow, definitely. But he speaks earlier this week, new Xbox CEO Asha Sharma announced 1,600 employees would initially lose their jobs, with another 1,600 cuts to come over the next year. Xbox has hit a downfall. Oh man, they are on a midlife crisis like no other. I feel like at times, I don't know what it's like to hit rock bottom. I probably do, but just haven't really looked at it that way. But this is on another scale, especially if you're a AAA game platform, a console, if you will. This is terrible. This is sad. This is wow. That on its own, just those few sentences spoken there, just read on. That was that kind of just tells everything. Oh, I'm laughing because this is I seen this happening. The new CEO of Xbox, she specializes in AI. I don't think she has a clue at all of what the gaming industry is really about, what gamers are looking for. When I heard AI in what she specializes in, that popped red flags immediately. That gave me we're fucked, we're fucking doomed kind of vibe. Thank fuck I'm on PC, so it's not too much of an issue for me. But if I would ever want to get an Xbox, to play games with friends on there, such as Halo, which is now going to PlayStation apparently, because this will be the first official day one launch of a Halo game for Campaign Evolved. That's going to be on PlayStation. That kind of points up like some hints. Xbox is moving towards PlayStation now. PlayStation might buy out Halo. These are just a lot of theories, a lot of thoughts that kind of ring up after a while. They kind of spring up after some hints have been going around. Like, that one was a telltale sign, a dead giveaway for Halo at least. I don't know what your all's thoughts are about the Halo Campaign Evolved game. It's just another remake in my eyes. They said they're including 2 to 3 new missions on there. I forget the exact number, but it was around that area. But is 2 to 3 new missions enough to make it compelling for people to buy? I think if I were to, let's say, okay, we haven't seen any multiplayer gameplay yet. I mean, at least from what I've seen on the internet. I don't like to go and look at leaks. I like to wait for my time to play the game for you guys to watch. I haven't seen any multiplayer gameplay. I'm assuming it's going to be just like it was back in 2001, but just with modern graphics, maybe more complex mechanics, physics, if you will, different gunplay. Like, it's going to be all modernized, right? That's what we kind of hope they aim for, they go towards, but not to the point where they replace the identity of the original title. So with that being said, I think people were more looking for a new title for Halo instead of just another remake. We've had so many already done. So I feel like they're just kind of at the point where they have no sense of direction. They don't know where they want to go next. It seems like they're excited about this project, but to me, it's just another remake. We'll see when it comes out, of course, if there's a beta or any free-to-play version like there was for Halo Infinite. How's that game doing, by the way? The poor Halo Infinite. I haven't played that in a while. I know it was at a massive downfall. I mean, arena shooters in general are just not at the scale that it used to be back in the day. Let's keep reading. I'm tired as hell. It's 2 a.m, but I just read this news and I want to bring this out to you guys as soon as possible, because this is alerting to where the game industry is going. If Xbox is at a collapse, what else could be? Who else could also be coming up right behind them? What else could happen to the game industry that we're not prepared for or ready to see have its downfall, So I think this is important to also relay the message to everyone. Let them know what can we do as the consumers to help improve this game console, this community that we love so much, that we grew up with since 2001, man. A lot of you guys especially. I wasn't part of the Xbox community since day one, but since 2014, it was the year I bought my first Xbox. And that was the 360 Slim. That was really cool. I think I still have it. If not, rest in peace. That probably went with my storage unit. Anyways, sorry to get personal. This is going to be kind of more of like a yip-yap talk, if you will. Just a little conversation about what's going on here. As part of the restructuring, some studios, including Double Fine, Compulsion Games, Ninja Theory, Undead Labs, and potentially Arcane, will either go independent or find new management outside of Xbox. Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking about too, was with all these layoffs and Xbox restructuring. Why are they restructuring anyways? I mean, were they okay the way they were? I thought so. I just don't know about this new chick that's in charge of Xbox, man. She's got me worried. I don't know about her, so I can't say I'm against her choices or decisions, but I'm also not for her. I'm very neutral about it. Very skeptical, to say the least. But to elaborate on what's going on here, it looks like everybody's leaving Xbox. All the game developers are just leaving Xbox now after this reconstructing and layoffs to go work for someone else, like Steam, PlayStation, if you will. Nintendo even. Other teams, including some of the most recognizable studios in gaming, Activision, Bethesda, ZeniMax, Blizzard, King, and numerous other development teams under the Xbox Game Studios umbrella, were all confirmed to be impacted in a note to Xbox employees from Sharma. Yeah, so it looks like we're fucked. Sharma is fucking over the entire game industry, with Xbox at least. I don't think she knows what she's doing. Now, reading more on this, I would just stay neutral, trying not to go against her, but they're putting her name on here, obviously, so she is definitely to blame. I feel like she shouldn't have just taken that position if she didn't know what she was doing, Maybe she was forced to get into this position. She had no other choice, or there's no other way. I don't know. I don't know what wrong. Maybe she thought she could change it for the better, but there's only so much one person can do to change an entire community's look on an impact that you've already done for the game. You've already dug yourself such a deep fucking grave. I don't know if you can see yourself ever coming back out, especially after making all these impacts with layoffs, cuts for all these studios. I mean, you have the big names here: Bethesda, ZeniMax, Blizzard. I don't speak of Activision. Activision is probably the worst company and you would ever speak of or ever hear about. Fuck Activision, fuck Call of Duty. I stand by that. And it later transpired id Software, widely considered the birthplace of the modern FPS, has been heavily hit. Damn, bro. That's fucked. That hurts a lot to see. According to an official WARN notice, 136 id Software workers lost their jobs as part of Sharma's cuts. 96 based in its Texas office and 40 working remotely, meaning that of the 185 people said to be working for id Software in December 2025, 49 people remain. The cuts, described as a bloodbath by one former employee, raised significant questions about this studio's future. So what we're going to be calling this incident is the Sharma's cut. And this is going to go down in history, unfortunately. And now people are going to hate her forever. I hate to say that about someone, but you ruined an entire industry here for Xbox. Damn. A whole genre even. Damn. All right, let's keep reading. Soon after, id Software co-founder John Romero, who departed the studio in 1996, addressed Microsoft's devastating cuts, saying he was so sorry for everyone affected by these layoffs, and praising the team's recent output, which showed real care, skill, and respect for what id's much-loved worlds mean to people. He also noted id's history is critically important to the history of games, and shared his hope its ongoing legacy would be preserved. And now, following Romero's comments, fellow id Software co-founder John Carmack has spoken out too, and he quotes, "I have been trying to find something meaningful to say about the id Software layoffs." Carmack wrote in the post on social media, "My Microsoft will probably be a good steward of the brand. Statement isn't aging well, and this is certainly going to dampen the mood of the founder reunion at QuakeCon next month." Damn, that actually does really hurt. That hits hard to think about that. QuakeCon is id Software reuniting itself. Wow, that's gonna leave a real bad impression. So, yeah. Fuck you, Sharma, for ruining people's lives, cutting people, laying them off. She's not the only one to mention. There's a lot of layoffs going across all platforms, you know. I don't know too much about on the PC side of things. I know on PlayStation there's been a lot. EA, specifically for Battlefield 6, there was 1,000 layoffs going there, which was pretty fucked. Right after the game's major success, by the way. They're like, yeah, we gotta lay all you guys off, even though we just made fucking billions and trillions. So thank you for making our amazing game for 4 years. So fuck you. Here's your cut. That's the kind of vibe that Andrew Wilson gave everybody after they made such an incredible game and still ongoing about it. So if you guys are wondering why there has been, or there was, because not anymore, but there was a drought of update works, content. There was one delay, and that was for season 2, but that's it so far. Hopefully no more. But season 1 was the major problem. Season 2 was the bringing back, coming back. And then season 3 was, okay, they're back. This is it. Everything is good now. So it did not take that long, honestly. It did not take them too long. Honestly, I feel like people's impression was season 1 kind of dampened the experience for a little bit. Season 2, people were building their trust. They were gaining their trust back to play the game. And then season 3, when Railway to Gold Mud came out, it was like, all right, you guys got me. I'm back. Here I am. Let's have fun. That direction, I don't see Xbox having anytime soon. Because with the efforts that Battlefield Studios has put into Battlefield 6, even with the layoffs, they're still able to turn the game around and make it the game that they have envisioned since day one and ongoing, because they knew with every Battlefield game it's always going to be an ongoing build up to the polished finalized game, because not everyone likes, because I mean Battlefield 6 was the most polished and the best day one launch Battlefield we've ever had, but it wasn't for everyone. Everybody felt like, not everybody, about maybe I want to say half of the community, a good portion, if you will, were confused with the game, what it was supposed to be. They were, a lot of them, a couple of people I know personally included, were very brand new to the franchise, so they had no clue what to expect. They only expected what they seen from gameplay videos, right? Trailers, streamers, so they thought it was going to be exactly like that, but it was a little different than what they expected on day one. So I understand that. But also, people gave Battlefield the wrong impression. But people also gave a mimicked impression, a phantom impression on Battlefield. They were morphing their own visions of what this game was going to look like from previous games they played, such as Call of Duty, Hell Let Loose, and such. So they were implementing those ideals from those games into this to play it like those games, but that's not how it is. It's not how it works, Battlefield. When I hear people like some dumbass called fucking Swag, what's his name? Swag, if that's what you call the kid's name. The motherfucker said he's not going to play Battlefield because he can't pull off clips. The fuck does that mean? The fuck, bro? To me, when I think of clips, I think of, I just took out 2 fucking jets at once. I took out 3 helis with my RPG at once. I just saved our team from having the bomb blown up. I just saved our team from losing the game because they were about to arm the MCOM. Guy was in the heli with the bomb, and I fucking prevented them from arming it because I blew up the heli. That kind of shit, you know. Those are what I'm talking about, clips. But those are not called clips. They're only Battlefield moments to me. So when people say that, it's pretty ridiculous in my eyes. Yeah, I told you so. I'm definitely I'm going to rant off and go completely off topic here, but I need to get all these thoughts out. It's kind of like a nice little therapy session, if honestly, because we've been needing to talk about this for a while with Xbox and where the gaming industry is leading to. It's still on the right track. It's a good direction, but too many things have been changed too fast. And I feel like people are just now catching up, including me, are catching up to all the news or even want to care about the news. The gaming industry is what I grew up on. It's what I live on. It's my passion. It's what I do for work. Making videos for you guys. Fuck. Anyways, let's keep going. I don't know where I was going with all that, by the way. We'll just leave it at that for now. I'll probably look back on this video and want to elaborate more on what the fuck I was even saying. For now, we'll just leave it at that. I'm saddened, but I can't muster anger or outrage over it. He continued, I don't have access to the books, but I suspect that id Software was a marginal business from Microsoft's perspective. I believe the reports that Minecraft revenues have been carrying several other studios. Are you fucking kidding me? What? Xbox has not been supporting these several other studios that are mentioned, but Minecraft is. Is that what I'm getting at here? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? That's just crazy. That is outrageous right there. Okay, I would see why everybody would want to leave the fuck away from Xbox now. I was about to say Activision. To continue being produced long term, games need to succeed, not just be beloved. Games are competing with every other option for spending their leisure time and money, and the competition is brutal. You can't rule out the possibility that executives are idiots. He's calling Sharma out right here. But that shouldn't be your default belief. I don't think there is any obvious path that would have doubled the revenue of its games. Could they have gotten more with a different pricing strategy? Could they have created more things for fans to buy? Could they have cost effectively marketed in a way that reached more players that would have loved and bought the games? Could they have changed the game designs and broadened the appeal to more players without alienating existing ones? Could they have produced the games at a lower cost, faster or cheaper? I really don't know. The game isn't over yet, Karma concluded, and I hope the studio rallies through. So this is definitely going to impact id Software's new game, Doom: The Dark Ages Revelations. That's a concern. It's probably going to be delayed, just like GTA 6 has been delayed like 20 fucking times already. It's really not that number. I'm just exaggerating there. I have to even clarify that because some motherfuckers out there are like, oh my god, you said 20 times. That's so wrong. According to my calculations. Yeah, fuck you, dude. If you know so well, just go show me the proof. I could care less. Come on. Anyways, on the last note here, Sharma's restructuring announcement and news of its a significant impact on id Software game just a day before the studio released its major Revelations expansion for last year's well-received Doom: The Dark Ages. This is pretty sad. By the way, it says here, I'm looking at the side of the latest news. Xbox leader Asha Sharma has joined the U.S. government task force for employment days after announcing restructuring that has left thousands of people without jobs. Yeah, it don't look like she knows what the fuck she's doing right here. Look at this goddamn photo, dude. Yeah, no thank you. Nah, I don't think I want someone like that in charge of Xbox, especially if they're just about AI. Like I said, I still gotta read more about her. Well, there we go. It says it right here. Look at this is so funny I fucking mentioned that. One of her duties is to assess the impact of AI on the workforce. So what this means is she's firing people and replacing their jobs with AI. That's what's going on here. And it says, after spearheading a restructuring of Xbox that resulted in 3,200 job losses. Are you fucking kidding me here, guys? Come on. Are you guys not seeing this? I don't care what y'all think. Some of y'all will say, oh, you're just hating on her because she's a girl. You're so anti-feminist. Oh, you're so misogynist. Fuck. Hey, fuck off. Come on, really? Now look at this. Like, you gotta look at this in a broader perspective. Look at this as if any ordinary fucking person, male or female, it don't matter by the gender. But when people make decisions that are crucial of losing talent in the studios, are you gonna be up in arms about it? Are you going to root for this person to remove actual talent, human, spiritual talent in the studios that are passionate about making these games for you. And say you have a fucking AI that's just programmed to do this. They have no passion in what they're doing. Like, you see where I'm getting at here? Like, this is a big mistake. They need to fire her. Get rid of her. I was okay with our previous guy. What was his name again? I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Fuck. I was okay with him. Starts with S. Fuck. It just came to my mind. It was on the tip of my tongue, and now it's gone. Anyways, yeah. No, this is pretty fucking bad. I don't know where Xbox is going to go from here. Alright, back on the rant. So it says here, Xbox CEO Asha Sharma has been asked to be an advisor to the U.S. Federal Reserve for productivity and jobs. Whoa, okay. That's a little concerning. The government trying to sabotage us, if you will. There's more to it, but that's what I'm getting. Where she will seemingly lead the task force related to, ironically, employment. Like, what are we doing here? What's going on here? I don't get this. Doesn't add up. This doesn't make sense. Will we ever see a return to glorious Xbox again after all this shenanigans? I don't think so. I doubt it. Let's keep reading. She will join the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, the body charged with the implementation of United States monetary policy, as part of a group formed to improve the efficiency of the Federal Reserve's operations. One of her duties is to assess the impact of AI on the workforce. Yeah, see, it's as I read earlier about that part, she's just wrecking the Xbox franchise down to a speckle now at this point. A little speckle of what it used to be, because she's implementing so much AI into Xbox, which I don't think any of us are up for. If I were to do a poll, or anyone, I bet you only 10% of them are down for AI, and those are the people that work for AI within Xbox, at least. Let's keep reading. Federal Reserve Chairman Kevin Warsh named her as one of the external advisors in the press release, noting she will have a mandate to follow the evidence, provide candid feedback, and produce rigorous findings for the Federal Open Market Committee. The Fed notes that we can follow the task force's progress via updates posted periodically on their website. I don't want to open that website. Notably, Sharma is the only acting executive in the named candidates. She appears alongside the likes of Mark Andreessen, a Silicon Valley venture capitalist who has sunk a lot of money into AI and has some questionable opinions about how LLMs can be used and deployed in the future. Oh boy, now we're getting into some risky business here now. I'm not too sure about this. This decision making is quite desperate, I will say. And Stanford economics professor Charles Jones, who is currently on leave at Anthropic, former CEO of Walmart. Whoa. Doug McMillan will join a different group looking primarily at data, thanks to PC Gamer for some of this context. Let's read what the quote is here. The Federal Reserve's commitment to price stability and maximum employment is unwavering, as is our resolve to pursue our mandate, explained Rausch. The press release. The U.S. economy has changed significantly over the last generation, and never more so than right now. Each task force will carefully consider whether means and methods, analytical tools, and policy approaches can be improved upon. I am honored that the best minds from a range of disciplines have agreed to work with us to sharpen our performance as an institution. Yeah, they're trying to make this to a very positive light. I'm not seeing it. I'm not feeling it either. That's the part that sucks. What's more, Sharma has a long history working within AI. Before leading Xbox, Sharma was president of Microsoft's core AI division, and prior to that, she was at Meta as vice president of product and engineering for Messenger and Instagram Direct. So she clearly has connections amongst the Silicon Valley elite. Will her advice to the Federal Reserve draw from her time working with AI? Is the reset tactic she's been so fond of at Xbox something she'll look to implement elsewhere? We will keep our eyes open. Those promise Federal Reserve updates to learn more. So this whole Federal Reserve implement, just leave us out of all that government bullshit. Leave us out of anything involving the federal funding, the government funding. Just make us Xbox. Just keep us as Xbox. Don't reach out to anybody else. Just keep us Xbox. Keep us how we've been. Give us more exclusives for Xbox. Just keep Xbox being Xbox. Don't change it any further. Sure, there's some things that Xbox could improve on to appeal to people, but the only way I've seen that happen, this is my thought on it, the only way I see it ever improving upon PlayStation right now is if it had more FPS than PlayStation 5 or the next PlayStation, PS6. So like if PS6 is going to be 240 FPS, you might as well make your Xbox Series X or new Xbox whatever to like 360 FPS or something crazy beyond the numbers that we could even think about. Give the Xbox cool new features that PlayStation won't have. That'll make people want to get an Xbox. Do stuff that makes people want to get an Xbox again. So yeah, with that being said, I think this is all I have to cover for now. If I find any more, I'll make another video about it, but I hope you all enjoyed, and I hope you all enjoyed this Battlefield 6 gameplay in the background with this, too. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, like the video, of course, and comment down below what your thoughts are about Xbox and their downfall, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.